Alright, hello everyone and welcome to another 3v3 fastest map possible on StarCraft Brood Wars Remastered. Thought I would sneak in a quick game here in sort of the middle of the day. So we've got a replay here. This is replay 231 from 5/31/2021. So a game 4 years ago. I actually recently, we're going to get this started and I'll continue to explain. I actually recently looked at where a lot of my replays come from, and most of the replays come from like 2 big sessions that I played, like the month of September 2018 and then May and June of 2021. I played a ton of games, and that's where a lot of these replays are from, either playing or just being an observer and watching someone else's game. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into this. So we've got a nice 3v3 for you. Up here in the top middle is Matraka Apu. We'll just call him Apu. On his team is Charlie War, the yellow Protoss, and then also on their team is none other than yours truly, John Redcorn, the orange Terran. On the other team, we've got Happy Deathmen, the sort of peach Zerg. On his team in the bottom left corner is Problematic, the Zerg that is purple. And then we've got Zeraptol 2003, must be an old account, is the red Zerg. Alright, so let's go ahead and check the APMs as we'll go ahead and look at Peach while we do that, as they macro up. We see Charlie War is up to about 200, and Apu is at about 140. Everyone else is not quite at 100. Of course, I'm at a scintillating 50, which is actually high for me. So if you're looking at teams, Team Green, Yellow, Orange looks like the team that would win if you're just basing it off of APMs. So let's go ahead and just slow for a minute so we're not missing anything. So this guy's doing a pretty standard Zerg build. Go ahead and speed things back up because it doesn't seem like anything's going on. Over here, we see pretty standard 4-gate opening, 3-gate opening here. He's getting gas up. This Zerg doing his Zerg thing. Everyone's sort of macroing up early here. Oh, here comes a fight. So I am not one to shy away from a battle, so I send myself after Purple. Purple doesn't have anything to defend themselves except for a couple of these Sunkens. I might be able to take out this spawning pool before he gets speed. Is speed going to get finished before I destroy that? I don't know. That was really close. Alright, so I'm pushing in on this guy. He's got his... Oh, there's a Sunken. So I move out of the way of the Sunken. I'm going to be able to keep in range of this hatchery. Actually, a pretty good play. Something that I've done in the past that I've seen other people do. I really like that. So I'm going to move out of the way of the damage and just take out this hatchery. Alright, so we're putting pressure there. Looks like green is attacking white, or at least probing to see if he can. Alright, in the meantime, this guy's trying to get up more sunken colonies. He's going to lose this hatchery. Here comes red with a little support. I'm trying to take out the hatchery, but it looks like they're going to stop me from doing it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, so it looks like yellow is now blocking me in with... Oh, no. This is my friend. Alright, so he's giving me a little cannon support while I do that initial attack. So that should slow down purple. You see he's only got 11 probes now. Everyone else is much further ahead. So that attack, I think, well worth its weight in gold early on. Alright, we got some Hydroliths up over here. Green's got some Zealots going. This guy's got less Zealots. And then I've got my little Marine army. I've now got some medics coming out. I've obviously got my academy down here somewhere. Yep. There it is. Getting a second command center up. Alright, so all quiet on the Western Front for right now, so we'll speed things up. It looks like Red's really getting ready to start ramping up production. Peach is a little behind him. He's saying go Zerg. I do like that call. I'm not sure what this guy's doing. He doesn't really have that much for someone whose APM is so high. I usually think that these guys would be a little higher. Okay. So we're thinking about where we want to go. We're going up there. I send my guys to red. I think I should follow them. Alright, so there. Now we're kind of confused of where we're going to go. Alright, and here we go. So here's the assault on red. Now, he was just in the process of macroing up, so he doesn't really have too much help here. He's got some Hydralisks popping out, but this is a lot of units. And we've got healers for everyone. Alright, the medic's healing these. Alright, we've got some comp stats coming in just in case there's lurkers. He doesn't even have time to get lurkers up. He's going to have to be saved. Problematic sending in some slow Zerglings, so that Zergling speed did not get fixed. He's not going to be able to do enough to help him. Oh man, Red's getting assaulted. There go those Sunkens. Oh, and that might be all she wrote for Red. What a just really, really strong attack there. Alright, now here comes the counterattack. Happy Deathman going after Green. Alright, here comes some factories. I don't know if they have nearly enough to stop this guy. He's trying to get some cannons up. He doesn't have any units to help him. Alright, here we go. Spawning pool's about to go down. Then he's going to have absolutely no way to defend himself. Trying to send out Zerglings anything he can. He's got some Hydralisks down here. Trying to group them up, but this is just too much. But in the meantime, really good job by Happy Deathman to get on top of the production. Here come these cannons that are going to try to help out. He's still got Zealots coming through, but he's going to be losing his money really quickly. Not too many Hydralisks left. He might be able to clear this. Oh, what a job by Green. Apu, nice job to stop that counterattack. And this guy just doesn't quite have the production yet to send another assault in. Oh, Red is able to get a lurker up. That could be the difference, but we're taking out. He's still got a lot of his production still fine. Or, I mean, his economy's alright. It's his production that's not fine. Alright, so tanks are coming. Oh, here is a tank. Doesn't have any more lurkers. And we're certainly going to be watching. Alright, now this might be it. Alright, on top of the... Oh, now we're on top of the economy. We got the tank in here helping out. Oh, it takes out the Sunken. There go all of his drones. He's down to 21 now. Now he's down to 17. These Marines are getting destroyed. We still got the tank. He's trying to take out the tank with this drone. He might do it because I don't have anything to defend the tank right now. Alright, here comes more units. Alright, we're taking out his drones as they're leaving. Oh, Red trying to get someone out. Alright, now here comes Purple, who's gotten back up and going. He's got some Hydralisks. Alright, so Red is hanging in. Alright, Green's starting to get back up and going. He's going to have to hold off Peach. Yellow's starting to macro up. Alright. So after that big flurry, things are starting to calm down here for a minute. I mean, Red down to 5 workers. Purple still only has 18. We've just done a really good job of hindering them. This is the only guy that's really been free to do anything. And then the rest of us have been able to get our economy going. I've been a little slow on it. I'm starting to do it now a little bit. Yeah, buildings. Yeah, we're building everything real close to the vests. 3 factories, 3 barrackses. Got the starport coming. Red's now going to go and build in Purple's base, just in case he gets attacked again. Alright, here comes Peach in on Green again. Green doesn't have... Oh, he does have the speed upgrades now. He's got lurkers. This could be really, really bad for Green. Yellow really needs to do something to come and try to save him here. Alright, he needs to help. Alright. He's trying to get the lurkers in good position to attack these guys. Alright, I'm coming up. I'm trying to come behind this. Oh, I'm catching the lurkers. Alright, so I'm trying to help. Oh, the lurkers. Alright. So we're going to be able to clear this, except these lurkers are just hanging around. Alright, I do get the comm stat up, and we're going to be able to take him out, I think. Nicely done. Alright. I was waiting for that comm stat to come up. At least I contribute that to the team. Alright, so we're healing up. Got a few tanks positioned all over the place. Red's still pretty far behind. Purple's still pretty far behind. This game is going to be over soon. I'm wondering what's going to happen. Alright. So we're healing everything up. I think killing either red or purple here and just really sort of clamping down would be the best way to go. Alright, so now we've got observers. Now this is going to be much harder for them to make any kind of hold. Alright, yellow coming out with tons of forces. Green starting to get dragoons and zealots. Alright, this is looking like a big assault is about to happen. Alright, but in all this time, we're giving all these Zergs all this time here. This guy really struggling to get back up and going because he's trying to get units out. But we're really taking over the middle now. Alright. We're now boxing him in. They're saying, let's go with red. I do know what Rojo means. I know that at least. Alright, there are some lurkers there for red to help defend, but here comes the observer in. And he's got these Zerglings, but they're going to be just mopped up by the overwhelming force of this army. Alright, there comes the Comstat just to make sure. Alright, here comes Peach. He's going to be walking into the teeth of this cannon setup. Oh yeah, look, we got one right there. Here come the Dragoons are just going to be enough to keep the Hydralisks at bay while this is getting easily destroyed. Purple's got Mutalisks, but he just doesn't have enough. I'm streaming units out here. The problematic is supply blocked. Alright, so it looks like red's finally dead. He does have some stuff going on down here in this base. Alright, so here comes Peach. He's trying to break out of this position, but he's just not going to be able to. As long as they keep streaming units in there, they're not going to be able to get on top of the tanks. And not that there's many tanks, but there's just enough that they're going to be able to do damage. I wonder how many kills this one's got. 18. Just doing work. And he knows it's over. He knows there's no way he's going to break out of that position. Red's pretty much dead. Now it just comes down to killing purple, but I don't think he's going to put up much of a fight because he doesn't have much down there. Oh, here he comes. Attacking me with some Mutalisks. A valiant effort, but he's walking into... I started making Guardians. I've still got plenty of Marines. Or Goliaths, I mean. Yeah. This is going to get cleaned up pretty easily. Alright. And in the meantime, everyone's moving in on him. I think he's going to see the red on the wall and probably give up pretty quickly. Yep, there it is. So again, early pressure in that game really affected the economy. So that's interesting. You know, that's sort of like economy versus micro versus macro, economy versus army. Yeah, that was interesting. They really wanted to be Zergs and just get themselves ready, and we just put pressure on them. Didn't let them get to the point where they were really going to be super dangerous. And we were able to clean them up and get the victory. Alright, I'm pretty happy with the way I performed in that game, too. I was untouched, but I was able to get a lot of units out and be helpful along the way. Happy Deathman played pretty well. His partners really, I thought, again, with the pressure we put on them, they just really couldn't get going. But yeah, so nice little game there. Thanks for joining me. I'll try to get one more in tonight. This is my last day of vacation, so I'm just trying to enjoy it as much as I can. And definitely watching some replays is going to be in that equation. So thanks for joining me, and I will see you on the next one.